Hi, I'm Alison Jane and a warm welcome to the Fascia Lift Method. So do you suffer with those saggy jowls? Maybe everything seems to be collapsing on the lower part of the face, no matter how much facial massage and actually face yoga you do. Well, today's video, we are going to be working on an amazing fascia anchor point. This will actually really help release any tight tension and lifting everything up. We're then finishing off with the all-important lymphatic drainage. So after a period of time of doing this, you should find everything else starting to soften slightly and lift up rather than dragging anything down. So first things first, you want to start off with clean skin as always, and I'm using just a little bit of slip and glide with a little bit of my facial oil from Alison Jane here. Now you only need just a couple of drops on the skin. The fingers here, massaging it in, and then just placing in front of the ears, behind the ears, and then just either side of the neck, just down to the collarbone. So first we want to open up the lymphatic gates, if you like. So if you can just take the pads of your fingers where your collarbone is just above, you've got some indentations. And if you can first of all just give those a few gentle presses, basically to just get everything going. Now we're going to work on this fascia anchor point one at a time on one side of the facial area. Now the point is, you're not going to believe this, but believe me, it's all attached to the neck and also the facial and the jowl area is a point above the ear. So I'll just move my hair out the way. So we're going to take two fingers here. So where the ear canal is, if you can come up to above the ear and just slightly forward. So taking your fingers and then just very gently breathe in, and as you breathe out, slowly melt the fingers onto the bone through the scalp, gently pressing in. Now I like to do this in a seated position. You can, if you are standing up, that's fine. Just make sure that your feet are parallel, nice and straight, and that your back is nice and straight with your head, so you're not hunching over. By doing this, you're really helping with blood flow and again, oxygen and also detoxification. So once you've melted into the bone here, this great fascia decompression, if you like, you just want to very gently, if I just show you with my hand, just very gently go backwards and forwards on the bone. Now what we're doing here is we're creating space. So sometimes you get that fascia glue, which fascia is a connective tissue throughout the whole of the system. It can get a bit sticky, maybe sometimes a little bit more hardened, and it can actually adhere to the bone area here. And when it does, if it's adhered to the bone, it's a bit more difficult for blood flow, circulation, and obviously detoxification. So we're unsticking it for allowing for more space for all of those. And then you're going to work in the opposite direction now, just side by side. Okay, and the fascia is a connective tissue and it's in lots of different directions, almost a bit like a spider's web. And then going around a circular motion one way. Now again, if you want to make sure the rest of your face is nice and relaxed, your jaw is nice and relaxed, you're not holding any tension in the facial area, and then just circles the other way. If it feels a little tender, you can always ease off with the pressure of the two fingers here. And gently release. So now you should feel maybe a little bit more lightness. So now let's work on the other side. So again, I'm just going to pull my hair away, taking two fingers here where the ear is and the canal of the ear, coming up just above that ear, maybe a little bit more forward. Gently breathe in, and as you're breathing out, start to gently press onto the bone, melting into the skin. Now you can do these 3 or 4 times a week, and if you want to spend a bit more time on a certain area, feel free. But this bone here, just above this fascia point, it connects everything again from the lower part of the face, the jowls, the jawline. And wiggle backwards and forwards, just one direction first. and in the opposite direction. You may want to swallow while you're doing this. You can literally feel things moving along. This might also help, particularly if you have headaches, perhaps tension headaches. Releasing this important fascia point. And then round circular motions one way. Nice and relaxing. Please comment down below. Tell me how you're finding this lovely fascia work, and also if there's any other fascia techniques you'd love me to share with you. I've been a facialist for the last 8 years, and I'm really passionate about skincare and really helping you on your skincare journey. And then just go round in the, let me show you here, in the opposite direction. Nice round circular motions. Nice and relaxing. Again, we start to mess up the hair when we do this. Perhaps I should have had it down. Not down, maybe I should have had it up. And then just gently release. So coming now with our fingers, just to do some round circular motions again. Just really releasing any tension here. And then taking the fingers, working down the front of the ears where we have plenty of lymph nodes. And then behind the ears where we have plenty of lymph nodes as well. And then taking our thumb, placing it behind the earlobe here, front, once at the front, let's just very gently massage the lobes of the ears here. Nice and relaxing. We always forget about the ears. Round circular motions, and then just working our way upwards towards the ear. Lovely gentle massage. Now I actually suffer with tinnitus, and I have for a long time on and off. And I do find just doing this lovely massage at the end really does help. And also if you suffer with headaches and again migraines, this can help as well. Again, just really massaging round circular motions all the way up the ear. And I like to do this 3 times. And then thumb placed under the lobe, fingers almost just as a hook on there, and then just gently pulling out, opening everything up, relaxing the jawline, the masseter muscle, and then work our way upwards now. And then with our fingers, round circular motions all along the occipital bone, so basically the bottom of the head to the top of the neck. And then when the fingers are touching, one hand at a time, gently glide down that big SCM muscle down to the collarbone. Final lymphatic drainage release, the other hand. And then from the chin all the way down where our collarbone is just above, we've got some indentations. Again, taking the pads of the fingers, our beginning point, if you can just give those a few gentle presses, and this will release all the toxins and waste we've moved from the ear area from in the body, ready for elimination. Now again, I would highly recommend a glass of lukewarm water to really help hydrate the fascia and also helping with detoxification as well. Please comment down below, and please check out my description box. I have an amazing 7-day reset challenge, but also I have that also as an ebook for you to have as well, and that's an amazing ebook. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Okay, bye.